Okay, everyone, it's Saturday morning, so it's time to clean out the koi pond. We've got these stupid seed pods, and they've been falling for weeks and just destroying the pond. It's filthy right now. And I keep cleaning out the skimmer, but it just is the most grimy looking water. So we're gonna drain everything and clean off the rocks. We haven't done that yet this year. And each springtime we get a lot of algae that pops off on the rocks. So we're gonna drain it, we're gonna pressure wash it, we're gonna get all this filth out of here because I think the seed pods are done falling.
This is a huge clean out I try to do each spring, and as I drain the water, I pressure wash the rocks to get all the junk and the algae and everything washed down into the bottom of the pond so that the pumps can then eject that out. And then we use all this filthy water in our flower gardens and in our lawn. So let's clean some stuff. Lots of koi ponds that you guys will see, they'll have flagstone around the edges because you can lay them out kind of like tile, or they'll have shiny boulders because they're pretty. We didn't do either of those things because we wanted to pull native rocks from our area. So I actually went out onto some BLM land and I picked up all this lava rock from some lava tubes nearby. And we used predominantly local lava rock to build all of our waterfall feature and all the edges around the pond. One of the reasons we did this, we wanted bulky rocks rather than flagstone, just because I hate flagstone, and also because these bulky rocks make it more difficult for the raccoons to get at the fish in the water. Raccoons will sit on the edge of a pond and they'll reach in and try to grab at the fish, but they're not going to dive into the water and go snorkeling for fish. So these boulders just make it even more difficult for the raccoons to get at the fish. Additionally, the texture on the lava rock makes for a great surface for moss to grow and different types of ground covers to creep up and on these. We really love the texture that this native rock adds to the pond rather than some bogus rock that you buy at Home Depot. Because it stays constantly shady and wet back here, these cedar boards end up growing sorts of moss and mildew all over them, and they actually become really slippery. So while I'm cleaning out the koi pond, I'm also cleaning off these cedar decking so that it's less slippery. And then we will seal this up again in this process. But anyhow, it's just a big cleanup time for everything in and around the pond.
Got most of this stuff. We're just sucking out the filth in the bottom now. So the fish get stressed when it gets really low. We don't want to stress them out too much. So it gets low, and then I unplug the pumps so that we can refill it. And then we'll do that again and again and again until everything looks clean. And whenever we do this, I have to run the hose from the front of the house because it has the most water pressure. So we have to run it through the greenhouse and by the chickens. And Gail is always like, "What's going on, guys?" And the bunnies are also out right now. Fill up. What are you doing out here? Okay, we're getting close. Probably just one more fill and drain, and then we'll completely refill this whole thing. Here's the satisfying part of the clean out I'm going to show you. This is the waterfall filter. That is just a whole bunch of lava rock that all the water filters up through. And there's beneficial bacteria that processes the fish waste, and it grows on that lava rock. But it builds up with sediment over time. And this is a drain out of that lava rock. And you can see that is clean water. But if I fill up this bucket and then I dump the bucket up there, that amount of water volume quickly, it blasts so much filth out of the filter. This. Okay. Now we run over here. Oh, look at how gross that is.
It looks real grimy, but it sure feels good to know I'm getting that out of the pond. Okay, we refilled it. This is night one. It's still a little cloudy. We'll let it settle. We'll show you the next day and the next day.
They are hungry.
This is one day later. We're feeding the fish. And let me show you what it looks like next week after the bacteria has been able to clean and it's getting a lot clearer. All right, 1 week later, here are the fish coming to eat a meal. They're all healthy and happy, and the pond is clean again.